Hello, everyone. I have completed reviewing your first lab reports, and I have some comments for your consideration to make your lab reports looking even better. Most people did quite well, but nevertheless, let's consider these comments. Please use the template that is provided with the assignment. It is much easier for me to grade if I have the actual template and I can see how well you have responded to each of the questions. And then would you please, when you respond, use another color for what you respond? Some of you use blue or red, and that works really well. If you don't want to use other colors for your responses, at least bold your answers and don't have your answers right after the question, because it is hard to see where the question ends and when your answer starts. And then some of you didn't answer all the questions, and you said not applicable to some questions. And here, I think everything is applicable. So if you think hard about some of the questions, you will realize that you can actually provide some responses and feedback as opposed to saying not applicable. And if you have any questions about that, please contact me, and then I can guide you on what the applicable answer might look like. Please use either PDF or Microsoft Word. A couple of you send your assignments in Pages, and I had to go to my iPad and review it. It's better just to use Word or Microsoft Word or PDF. That'll be wonderful. Okay, some of you in your lab report, you provided a critique of the software, like how much you loved it or how much you hated it, if something didn't work for you. This report is not intended to be a critique on the software. What you are writing, I mean, the software is just a platform. The issue here is the scientific concepts that you're dealing with. So it's not about the software. So pay attention to that. And then another thing that some people have done is that the report sounds like a personal growth experience for you. Like, I learned from the lab report, from the lab, that blah, blah, blah. Or this aspect of the software taught me blah, blah, blah. Remember, this is not about you. This is about science. The way lab reports are done is that you write them, it goes on somebody's shelf, maybe nobody will read it for 2-3 years, and then they look at it because they're interested in the science that's in there. They don't know who the experimenter is. They don't care who the experimenter is. They don't care if this was a growth experience for the experimenter or they learned something. No, they just care about the science. So the lab report, you shouldn't really ever say, I did this, I did that, we did this. It's not about you. It's not about what you did. It's about the science. In the method section, it needs to be written in a way that someone who just reads the report and wants to repeat the experiment will be able to do that. So, and then in there, you don't say, I did this, I did that. You don't do that. You just write down the process, like how something was done, how you did the experiment. And then let's see what else I have. I'm following my notes here. And then a lot of you, for what additional questions remain, you said not applicable. Well, think hard about that. There's always something applicable about what the next phase of the research is going to be. You did an experiment. This is not the end of all things. Something else could happen and might happen. What is that thing? What is it that we still need to know? What it is that we are going to go from here? So you need to use that. And then another thing in lab reports, try to have a more formal tone. Don't say, oh, I don't. Say something does not, or I won't. And of course, never use ain't or things like that. It's not like verbal language. It has to be more formal. So don't use I, we statements, and don't use contractions. Well, but overall, most everybody did quite well. But please try to pay attention to these comments for your next report. And then in the following video, depending on how well you do, I will have some guidance on what goes into the different sections of the lab report. Well, that's it for now, and take care. Bye-bye.